Guys, my name is Zebrix, and today I'm actually going to be showing you a very awesome new MOC I created. So last week I showed you my original Half-Life MOC, which is called Gordon Propelled Rocket, based off of the first game. This week I made a MOC called From Half-Life 2, Wake Up and Smell the Ashes, based off the iconic cutscene that opens up what some consider to be the best video game of all time, Half-Life 2. It's surely one of my favorite video games, only bested by Half-Life 2 Episode 2, but which I highly recommend playing the Half-Life games, by the way. They're a ton of fun. I think that this is one of the best MOCs I've ever made. Not in terms of design necessarily, but in terms of function and what it can do. I spent about 3 hours working on this feature, so but we'll get to the feature in a minute. First, I need to explain this to you, because a lot of you are probably like, why does this subway car look like this? Half-Life 2 opens with a cutscene where the G-Man, who's a mysterious man in a business suit, he wakes Gordon Freeman up from a stasis in darkness, and he places Gordon into a subway car headed towards City 17. So he hand places him back into the real world from his stasis sleep, and tells him that the right man in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world. So wake up, Mr. Freeman, wake up and smell the ashes. So when he says this, Gordon sees himself at the end of a train car looking down it, and as he looks down it, the walls close in around him, and he is transported into the real world. So you can place Gordon Freeman into the physical train car by doing that. So this is kind of the, while the world's fading in, and then it just closes up around him, and he's now in the real world. This function, in theory, is simple in how it works. You press in this bar, which goes in 2 bricks, and then it opens up this far. The roof is not connected to this at all. It's actually the easiest part of this. There are 2 slope bricks here, and as you see, that black Technic hole right there is rubbing against the slopes, so it pushes against the slope and lifts up the roof. Now, that was probably the hardest part to come up with, because originally I was trying to do the roof the same way as I was doing these walls, which you can see down in there how that works. As you push this out, these walls are connected by a hinge back here, and this is connected on by this bar back here, this Technic bar. So, obviously this doesn't look good, and it wouldn't look like this in the actual game, nor would it have all this functionary stuff at the end in the real game, but I think that it works pretty well, and I think that I am extremely proud of this MOC. I didn't have another face that had glasses on them from Gordon, or I didn't really care about the torso since you're not really supposed to see it from this angle. So since you're just seeing it from behind, he looks fine. And actually, in the beginning of Half-Life 2, you don't actually know what Gordon Freeman's wearing, because he doesn't get his HEV suit until the next level, which is a red letter day. This level is point insertion. So he, I'm assuming, based on my research, that he is wearing the same garb as all the other citizens. The G-Man is making him appear like the other citizens. So he's wearing a blue shirt and blue pants. Because the citizens kind of have to wear the same thing. So, in the, by the government they're run by, which is an alien force. So you have to, pretend that it doesn't have all like the scratches on the front of this, but that's fine. I think that it all turned out well. I put in a few red chairs because this subway car is lined of red chairs on either side. Obviously, to get the 6 stud wide format, I couldn't put chairs on either side, so I just put some in the middle there, and that could fit about 2 figures comfortably, maybe 3 if you squeeze them in. But I may add another figure to this just standing up in the middle eventually, but I prefer just have Gordon because I think it's more important just to have him. So anyways, that's it for this MOC. As you can see, I'm having a lot of fun doing this. I just love this feature. But thank you all so much for watching. If you liked, please like and subscribe. I'm going to have more content coming soon. Episodes of my podcast are every Saturday at noon Central Time. So there's one coming up this Saturday. So I hope to see you all then. Have a great day and a wonderful week. Zebrix out.